guys, Rolando Rodriguez here with xgains.com. We got workouts that work, eats that satisfy, and everything else you need to reach your lifestyle goals. Today I want to make a video about something that's near and dear to my heart and something that's actually gonna pertain to a lot of people out there and hit home with a lot of people, especially the people that have made fitness a habit, a daily part of their life, a part of their daily routine that they do, just like brushing their teeth, going to bed on time, etc. Right? When I was going to bed last night, I saw an article on NPR and it was entitled, I'll have the link down below, Exercise Addiction: How to Know If You've Crossed the Line Between Health and Obsession. Now, this is a very serious topic, right? Anytime you're talking about addiction, there's a lot of baggage that comes with it and a lot of things that have to be, addressed or thought about when you're dealing with the topic. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a very serious topic if you're addicted to anything, right? And you can be addicted to a lot of things in life. And those addictions can become very unhealthy addictions. And this article is specifically talking about, people who are, compulsive exercisers, right? People who have to exercise no matter what. And if they don't, their life just doesn't feel right. As I've talked about it before in this blog, once exercising becomes a habit in your life, if you don't do it one day, you're gonna feel like, man, I should have worked out. And especially if you don't do it for a couple of days, your body's gonna actually physically feel the need to exercise. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, take it to the other extreme of that, habit that you formed, and it's, you become compulsive, you can become addicted to working out in the negative sense, and that's what this article talks about. But the reason I want to address this article is because I know a number of people that are looking for excuses not to make fitness part of their life, because they want any reason to say it's too hard to stay committed. It's too hard to work out 30 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week. And guess what? If I do that, am I now going to be addicted to exercise, a compulsive exerciser? That's not the case at all. So let's jump into these bullet points. The first one is, the title is Signs of an Unhealthy Habit. If you are training even when injured and tired, they're saying in this article that that's a sign of an unhealthy habit. Well, here's the thing, it depends. If you have a shoulder injury and you continue to do shoulder press, military press, and bench press, and anything else that's involving the injury, then yeah, you have a problem. If you have a shoulder injury and chest day is messing with your shoulder, you need to skip chest day that week or until your shoulder feels better. But if you're training lower body, if you're doing some agility work and your shoulder doesn't hurt, the injured area doesn't hurt, get out there and do it, okay? If you have a calf injury, but you can do upper body, then you need to be out there training upper body, because like I've said before in this blog, we need to work out and try to take advantage of the days that we have, because one day you're gonna be so hurt or so old or so sick that you can't work out. But don't work out the injured body part. That is a sign, certainly, of an unhealthy habit. But working out around the injury, while you're giving the injured body part time to recuperate, you're taking advantage of the fact that you can work out other areas, that's not a sign of an unhealthy habit at all. That's a sign of smart training. Okay, the next one is working out several times a day. That depends. I came from, and a lot of people out there my age come from the old school thinking that you got to work out for an hour. Nowadays we know 30 minutes can be enough. But if you are trying to do doubles and you think it's unhealthy, that's not necessarily the case. Now, several times probably means more than a couple of times. I think if you're working out for more than an hour and a half and you're just beating your body down to try to reach a specific goal, you could have an issue because you don't really need to. That can be an issue. But working out several times a day, it just depends. Is it running your life? Are you missing out normal activities that you typically enjoy as well just to get your workouts in? That could be an issue that you got to address. The next one is obsessing about training details. Again, I'm on the fence with this one, because if you're trying to keep track of what you're doing and making progress, you're going to be obsessing over the training details a little bit. You're going to be looking at your log. You're going to be making sure you're making progress. You're going to be changing up what you're doing in terms of your routine. It depends what they're defining as obsessing. If you're obsessing over it, you're thinking about it so much that it's actually affecting other parts of your life. So instead of working at work and being productive in what you do for a living, and that gives you money and allows you to live the way you want to live, if your training routine is affecting that, then that is obsessing, and that you need to tone it down. You take an hour at the gym, you take 15 minutes to obsess over your training details, and you move on. If you find yourself doing more than that, that could be a sign of an unhealthy. I got to agree with them on that. The next one is feeling angry or threatened when a routine is interrupted. Yeah, but hey man, if you're in the zone, you're in the zone. It depends. Are you feeling angry and threatened when a routine is interrupted just because somebody's going to take 3 minutes to walk and, to get some water, and you wanted to be back doing the bench press within 5 minutes? You need to relax at that point. And it depends how mad and angry you get, but when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. See, this is also a thing that's not, black or white. So if you're, getting your personal best, and all of a sudden and you need to do 3 more push-ups, and all of a sudden your kid comes in and tries to jump over you and hits your back, and which has happened to me, I got upset. I didn't get crazy or anything, but I got upset. It bothered me. So I could see it each way. The next one is canceling or avoiding social activities and other responsibilities in order to exercise. I gotta agree with them. I don't cancel or avoid any of the social activities or responsibilities in order to exercise. So if you're doing that, the issue here is you should be able to work out and get everything else done. I've talked about it a number of times in this video. I work out first thing in the morning because life happens. You have other responsibilities. When everybody else is asleep, I wake up and take advantage of the fact that nobody can mess with my timetable, and I'm working out. Is that a sign of an unhealthy habit? No. That's just signs of planning. So if you plan to work out first thing in the morning, the rest of life can't get in your way. And what if you're doing something like going on a trip to LA? What did I do? I worked out when I got there. I made time, and then I went to go see my friend. I fit it in. You'll change the duration of your workout. You change your whole workout routine for that week. All of a sudden now you couldn't do it. Well, that's your rest day. So yes, I agree with them here. Canceling or avoiding social activities and other responsibilities in order to exercise is a sign of an unhealthy habit, because you shouldn't have to do it. If it's part of your life, you brush your teeth before going to bed, you work out every day. The next one is creating a daily schedule around working out. I sort of agree with them on this one. The thing is, you should have your daily schedule. Working out should be part of your daily schedule, and your whole day is organized in such a way that it allows you to execute everything. Not everything goes around working out. So I see where they're coming from here. If the number one most important thing in your life is working out and everything else falls around it, it should just be one of the things in your life that you need to play with. You get what I'm saying? And fit into the correct location. The next one they talk about is repeated comments about being or feeling fat. Guilty as charged. I'm a big boy by nature. It's constantly on my mind. It always has been. The day that I stopped worrying about gaining weight was the day I ballooned up to 240 pounds. Was a week away from being on hypertension medication, chronic high blood pressure, 2 bum knees. The doctor told me I had to take control of my life. Now I know I have that issue. My wife knows it. Everybody around me knows it. So I acknowledge the fact that, even if I don't say it out loud, I repeat comments about being fat or feeling fat inside my head, but I've tried to control it. Now, if this is you, remember, and I try to always remind myself, it's about feeling healthy. Of course, you don't want to be obese, but if you gain a couple of pounds here or there, weight fluctuates throughout the year anyways, okay? You got to learn to be happy with yourself and be in a state mentally and physically and emotionally that you're happy with yourself. And since I'm guilty as charged here, reminding yourself instead of every single time you eat once a day, hey, check yourself so you don't slip. It's better than doing it every second. It's something you got to get control of because it's only going to make your life better once you control it. The second and last one is feeling anxiety and guilt when unable to exercise. I'm guilty as charged there too. Do I think it's unhealthy? No. I mean, I like to work out. You feel anxious when you miss The Walking Dead or whatever show you watch that you really like? You're probably anxious. You don't want people to ruin the show. Breaking Bad, the ending, if you didn't see it, every time you heard about it, you wanted to switch it. Or if you just really like a program and it's part of your routine to see something with your significant other on a Tuesday evening or whatever. Me and my boys watch The Flash. It relaxes me. I'm not as relaxed on Tuesday if I miss The Flash because it's something I really like. I'm like, oh man, I missed The Flash. And when I personally don't work out, I feel a little bit guilty, especially if I could have. But I mean, I've said that here on this channel before. If you missed a workout routine because of something, you can't beat yourself up. But I am guilty as charged there. And again, it's just like repeating the feelings about being fat all the time. It's something you got to take control of. You got to start to learn to live with and be able to take that rest day and move on. And it's something I'm personally working on a daily basis to try to get better. The next one is happiness reliant on productivity of a workout. I think I agree with them if they're talking about you being happy in the grand scheme of the overall day, right? If you have a bad workout, you always got tomorrow. That's the way I think about it, right? Yeah, I'm bummed out. Man, that wasn't a great workout, but I'm not sad the rest of the day because I had one bad workout. Be happy you showed up and worked out. Mr. Horton says, hey, you showed up. A lot of people across America ate donuts for breakfast or something like that. But the point is, if you made it happen, be happy that you made it happen. So I'm going to agree with them here on this one. If your happiness is reliant on the productivity of that workout for that day, something's up. You need to learn, just like the other 3 topics that we just discussed, to let it go so that you can be better tomorrow. Now, in the end, they've made some valid points here. There's bullet points that you need to address and think about in terms of how you take those situations on in your life and how you handle them and how you act. I would suggest that people read the article down below and analyze it the way I did. I definitely don't want people to read this article, though, and use it as a crutch to say, hey, I'm working out too much. If you're working out 5 days a week, doing 30-minute workouts every day, that's exactly what you need to be doing to maintain a healthy life. And I hope we can, sort of continue this conversation in the future because this is something that I talk about on this blog, and I think something that people need to address just to get, general control of their lives. That's it for now. This is Rolando Rodriguez with xgains.com. Let me know if you got any questions or comments down below. The website again is x-gains. That's the symbol, not the word. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and share the video and the channel if you enjoy what I'm doing here. I would greatly appreciate that. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Peace.